The last thing I remembered from summer 16 was you.
Now, we are going to hold this, but I have to talk to you guys about the finale because my jaw, I was like, what's happening? For you guys, when you read the script or the book and you realized that the liars were all dead, like, what was your reaction?
What was your, yeah?
I cried.
Yeah.
But I also was just in like utter shock. It's rare that I'm like, I didn't expect that this book was going to shock me in this way. You know what I mean?
You don't think it's going to go in that direction.
No, not at all. And so that's why I was like, okay, great. Surprise me. I love this. Like, this is great, you know? And even towards the bitter end of it, we were just like, I wish the ending could change. We really wanted it to, but there's something so great and something I really love. I mean, it's like, this is what I love in filmmaking. There's so many times where I think you really take take a leap of faith and you trust your gut and you kill your main character off in the first 10 minutes of the movie. And I'm like, great filmmaking. You kill all of your characters off at the end of season 1, or all your characters off at the end of a book. It's like you are not giving yourself a crutch to fall into, right? So like as a writer, you're only going to progress. Like, how are you going to do better? Okay, prequel, brilliant. You know, and as a director, filmmaker, like, don't make it easy on yourself is what I say, because it's not always about making something that feels so good. It's about it's about the art. It's about shocking people. It's about
moving people, making them feel
it's different, you know, and challenging your viewer. So I think that that's what's really interesting, even though it really does suck, and I really wish you weren't.
No.
Oh my God, it was bleak.
It was bleak. It was really bleak. And it was also like scary because then you have to try and, how do you keep that secret through the show without giving it away? And how do you, and how does that work? And how are your characters different? And how do you,
and how different are they really because of that?
There was so much to go over. And, but yeah, it was also just very like, whoa. I remember reading the book the first time. It was very, very hard to read, especially when you're imagining yourself as the character
I was going to say that
time
was
as you're reading it.
And then going, everyone.
Oh my God, I'm dead.
Oh yeah, definitely wasn't the most happy feeling.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
I didn't read the book till after I was cast, and then read it and was like, oh no, oh my God. And by then it was too late to get off the ride. But yeah,
it was an airplane.
It was. I was on an airplane. But even with knowing it, you've talked about this, guys, but in the read through of the final episode, I mean, we all obviously knew what was coming. We've all read the book. We've been talking about it all summer, and all of us were bawling. We were an absolute mess
like even
the whole way.
David had to say, "Can we stop for a minute so I can collect myself before we continue?" And we weren't being like dramatic actors.
No.
Like we were
really
all hungry
get to
and
the lunch break. Full on.
Even if you know it's coming, it's really part of what the book has meant to people is this twist that just breaks your heart. And even if I know that, and then seeing it, actually when we get to watch it, it just killed me, it slayed me. And I thought they were all fantastic in the way they pulled it off.
Yeah, Raul, how about for you? What was it like that ending?
It was told to me when I was pitched the show, and I think my first reaction was, "Oh, I'm in another ghost show." I thought we was doing something different. So it was both exciting and also totally in my wheelhouse and belongs alongside all the other things that I've done in the past that I'm very proud of.
What was it like filming? Like when that final moment, first of all, Ed coming back and seeing everybody, I loved that. What was that like for you filming that moment?
It was great because we were also, one of the things I remember about that is you're making a decision on the fly as to how you might look in the next season, and if you shoot that. So having those discussions about which way do you part your hair and should you have this and that, this is what you're going to live with next year was fun. But it felt great. It felt great to come back and I had this long walk up the beach and you guys were all up there. And it was one of the last things I filmed too. So it was a nice way to say goodbye to everyone.
David, what was it like for you filming those final scenes of the season?
Well, there's a lot of pressure when you get to those scenes. Because you really want to pull it off. I mean, you want to pull everything off, obviously. And you don't want it to become too precious. That's not helpful. You know, you want it to be true to the characters, true to the story, but you can feel that sort of sentimental stuff working its way in, because you know you're not going to see each other, you know, as we move on. So that there's all of that underneath it. You know, they're just, you know, it's a special part of the whole process.